The TI-83 calculator is sort of the default choice for most students in taking statistics. And to show you how it works in general, this is just a basic overview of things that you'll probably need at some point during the course. So when you first turn your calculator on, you'll be at what's known as the home screen. It's just a blank screen with a blinking cursor telling you that the calculator is on and ready to accept input. Now, from the home screen, it operates just like most calculators do. If you want to do simple arithmetic operations, just type in the arithmetic operation you want to perform, press enter, and it will do that for you. Now, it will follow the order of operations. So you have parentheses directly above the 8 and the 9. So if you have some operation that you want to do first prior to some other operation, you can put that in parentheses and make it happen. So here, 8 and 9 will be added together first, and then the result will be multiplied by 3. Whereas if I had left out those parentheses, then 3 times 8 would have occurred first, and then 9 added because of the order of operations. So you want to make sure you understand how the order of operations work and in general in order to work with this calculator better. The next thing is that the calculator has built in all of the standard scientific computations, like if you've ever taken a class that involves logarithms, it can do logarithms. If you need to do exponents, that's a pretty common thing. So exponents are through this caret key. So that would be like 6 raised to the third power, for instance, is 216. And that, of course, is the same thing as 6 times 6 times 6. If you just need to square something, you can do the square key, which is this x squared button, and it will square whatever operation you need done. Square roots can be done, if you'll notice, above the x squared in yellow, which is the same color as the second key. So if I want to get anything in yellow, I press the yellow function operation button. It just changes the function of the key. And now I'll get a square root. So I could do the square root of 5, for instance, and it would output the result there. Another nice feature is its ability to work with variables. I'm not going to get into how to use variables in general, but there's one specific variable that's very useful. It's called ANS. If you'll notice, right above the negative key here, it says in yellow ANS. It's the previous answer that was computed. So, like, let's say, for instance, you want to do an operation, like you want to find the square root of 5 plus 10, okay? Well, certainly you could do that all in one line, just like that. But another way you could do it is to do the square root of 5, and then just hit the plus key, and it'll bring up the previous answer and add whatever that was plus 10. So you don't have to type in this long decimal and then plus 10. So that answer is really helpful. And you can always refer to the previous answer if you hit second and the negative. Or if you just hit an operation, it'll assume you want to take the previous answer, times or divided, whatever you are working with. Quirky thing about this calculator is how it differentiates between a negative and a minus. So for instance, a lot of students will try and do something like -3 plus 5. All right, well, let's actually get rid of that answer there. So, all right, so they'll type something in like this, -3 plus 5. The answer should be 2, but if we try this, we get a syntax error. A syntax error just means that the calculator doesn't understand what you're trying to tell it. So let's just choose quit here. The problem is it sees minus as different from the negative. So if we want to actually do -3 plus 5, we have to use this button right below the 3 to get the negative. So that's the crux of many issues for students, and I totally get it because it's very annoying, but it doesn't differ, it makes a differentiation between those two operations. So be careful there. And that's the basic operation of this calculator. We'll get into more advanced things as the course goes on, but hopefully this gives you a way to get around and do basic stuff with it.